the biggest temple in the world?
Yeah, it's 80 acres. And it takes like 2,000 years. One king who built this complex. All the kings in ancient Egypt, they shared to build it. So when you start to become a king in ancient Egypt, you need to add something in Karnak Temple.
There's our tour guide. Huge, y'all. 100-something degrees out here. But it's all good. Luxor, Karnak Temple.
In 18th century. In 18th century, the people, they don't know this is a temple or this is civilization, so they were living inside these temples. So he was living here. After he died, they considered him as like a holy man, and they buried him inside this part, and they took some blocks of the temple to build his mosque.
Oh, it's a mosque.
From 18th century. Yeah. You imagine this temple is 80 acres, so they were going to visit like 50% of this 80 acres because like the rest
80
is
acres, wow.
Yeah, so the rest is under construction now because so many parts. Even locals, they were taking a lot of blocks to build the houses. So from 13th century to 18th century, so many blocks of the temple have been discovered by locals to build their houses.
Wow. So this part is, where's the port of the temple? I saw that sign. Oh,
okay. And before we building the high dam in Aswan, our Nile was higher than nowadays by 5 meters high.
Oh.
So all the way we walked from the entrance there until we arrived here, this was covered by the water of the Nile. So the temple was located direct on the Nile River.
Oh. So that's used to be part of the Nile where that water
so
is.
this was covered by water before we building the high dam.
Oh. That's interesting. Folks out here burnt up.
So as I told you, the temple was located direct on the Nile. So you know, the flood of the river was coming every year and covered Egypt with water. So the ancient Egyptians, to stop the flood enter the temple, they were building these canals surrounding the temple. When the flood coming, the water fell down in these canals. So in 18th century, this canal had been blocked by the dust and sand. So the water entered from a higher part, like this part, to the lower. So that's why it washed away most of the temple when the flood entered in 1887. So actually the temple was starting by
So now we're entering the temple officially, right? Or we already entered? We're getting, where are we going now?
to the entrance of Karnak Temple.
Okay. This is still the entrance?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is the first pylon of the temple.
So people used to work in the temple, right?
Prayers.
Prayers,
Celebration for the new year, celebrating the king victory against his enemies, coronation of the king. All the rituals they do in ancient Egypt were located inside the temple here.
Oh.
Covered by water. At the end of August, the flood stopped. So in September, they start to cultivate the land. So the new year in ancient Egypt was start in September, not in January like nowadays. What they doing to celebrate the new year? All the people they gathered here, from the king to poor people inside this court, dancing, sacrifices animals over the altars, listening for music, drinking wine. Do you know how many days they celebrating the new year? 24 days. They didn't do anything, they just staying inside this court for dancing and sacrificing animals. And after the celebration finished, they start to back to their houses to start agriculture season. became an old man, so he's ready to go afterlife. So that's why he takes the mummy form, the first ornament. Yo, you see the lady between his legs?
Yes.
Who is this lady? I said for you,
A
he
goddess?
married 34 wives.
Oh.
So guess who is it?
One of the wives. Number 34?
Or number?
Oh, I don't know which number.
Or number one and a favorite one. She's Nefertari.
Oh,
The most-
Nefertiti?
yeah, no, Nefertari is different from Nefertiti. Nefertari, she's the most favorite queen for King Ramses II. He built the temple of Abu Simbel in Aswan for her.
He built what?
The temple of Abu Simbel, the most famous temple in Egypt, with a big entrance for Ramses II.
Oh.
Was built for her. She's the most beautiful queen for him, and Nefertari is different from Nefertiti.
Oh,
Because
okay.
so many people mix it between Nefertiti.
So flood destroyed these columns before they came. They're trying to rebuild the columns that were destroyed by the flood.
Fine, Yomti. Biblia Globus. That's nice. Быстро. За мной.
Видно, юбка, это монороды, вот эти пятна, те, которые с членом, как говорят туристы. Поэтому смотрите, вот такой рисунок, как с членом, только не обижайтесь. Вот посмотрите.
Wow. That's so cool. The engraving in the columns.
These columns is
That
like
is so cool.
this is the most wonderful part inside the building here. Do you know how many columns we have inside here? 134.
Wow.
The size of this room is 1,000 meters square. So the first king to start all of this big colonnade, as you see, king is named Seti first, the father of Ramses II. Then when Ramses II became a king, he continues the work. But Ramses II, he was a selfish man. He added everything for himself. So all the writing you will see on the walls is belonging for Ramses II. So if you asked me about anything, I'm telling you, Ramses II offering for God Amora, Ramses II coronation, Ramses II celebrating the new year, Ramses II celebrating his victory. So anything on the walls is belonging for him. Even the cartouche, you see this oval shape called cartouche. The cartouche is everywhere here. This is the cartouches of Ramses II. One more thing, look with me. Some columns like 20-meter high and some columns like 16-meter high. So why we have different heights? Because actually this hall was covered with a roof. So the difference between the heights making like windows to leave the sun enter this hall. And if you look with me in the top, you can see some colors. You see the hint of the color in the top? You imagine these columns with color from the top there to the bottom. But unfortunately,
Oh, I
when the
see.
flood happened, these columns collapsed over each other like dominoes and we lost the color. So the colors gone as you see.
Were washed away during the flood. What's this? What's that wall? Just a part of the.
Part of coronation of Ramses II. So you see him in front of Amora, the man who took everything in front of his head is Amora, and we find God Ibis, the God of writing and wisdom, and Khalfan Horus, he's putting the crown of Egypt on the top of his head to the right side. And down you see him kneeling under the tree of life, and the God of writing his name on the leaves of the trees for long life. You see? Ancient Egyptians, you were believing the sky is a woman, the earth is a man, they married together and they born the air. This is the story of the creation. And the sky is a woman, the earth is a man, they born the air. That is how the earth started to be created. Then, the air, he got 4 kids. 2 boys and 2 girls. Okay? One boy, his name Osiris, another boy, his name Set. The girls, one her name Isis, and the second one her name Nephthys. Osiris, Set, Isis, Nephthys, brother and sisters. Okay? Osiris, he was a very good boy, everybody liked him. Set, he was very bad guy, nobody liked him. Set was very jealous from Osiris. How come everybody loved Osiris? And I think Osiris, he will be chosen as a king. I will get rid of my brother. That's what he said. He did it. He killed his brother and he cut his body into 14 pieces. In this time, Egypt was 14 provinces. That is 3,200 BC. He put in every province a piece of his body. He scattered him all over Egypt. Isis, his sister, she cried to the sky, I lost my brother forever. What I'm going to do? The sky told her, Isis, we will help you. We will give you 2 wings like a bird and you can fly all over Egypt to collect the pieces of Osiris. She got 2 wings. That's why you find Isis a lady with 2 big wings. She flied all over Egypt. She collected the pieces of Osiris. She found 13 pieces. One important figure of a man was eaten by a fish.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
The male organ of Osiris was eaten by a catfish. That's why the fish was forbidden to eat by the priestess in ancient Egypt. So Isis, she cried again to the sky, my brother, he lost an important figure of his body. What I'm going to do? So the sky told her, go to the Nile and take from the mud of the Nile and make one like the original he lost. She went to the Nile. She took from the mud. She made one like the original he lost. He back to the life.
He came back to life?
Yeah, he back to the life after make all his organs again.
Okay.
And became Isis, the goddesses of love, because she loved Osiris until this. And Osiris, the god of paradise, because he died and rebirth again. Nephthys, the goddesses of magic, because by some magic spells makes the soul back to Osiris. And Set, he was the god of evil, because he was hating his brother. And this is how they started the goddesses became goddesses, and how they were believing in evil and paradise and God and this system. Got it?
Okay, so we're not going down there.
So that is the altar that is I
Oh, that's just the altar.
No, we will go this way for the sacred lake.
Broken obelisk, 2 standing. Hey guys, so it's time to get something to eat and continue our first day. Hey girls. Our first day in Luxor, which I just recently found out was the capital of Egypt. Okay. All this walking around gonna be in shape, girl. Stairs on top of stairs, but I love it. It's the exercising for me.